Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and have you ever been on the beach and maybe it was a little bit windy and the umbrella next to you, or maybe even your umbrella, mistakenly became a kite, went up in the sky, went flying down the beach and landed hopefully safely? That's actually a major problem that we not only have here in the state of New Jersey, but also, literally anywhere. So the grand question a lot of people have been asking me is, well, how do you actually secure an umbrella? Let's say you went to, in my case, Walmart, and you bought yourself a really cool umbrella, and you have a day like today in which the wind is about 12 miles per hour. Well, your boy here is going to show you exactly what you need to do. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. A special thank you out to my patrons on patreon.com and my sponsors. If you want to support this channel and have your name at the end of the video, all you have to do is click the links in the description below. Anyway, let's get started. This video is sponsored by Petro Cohen. Were you injured on the job? Whether you're working the boardwalk, serving tables, or serving the public, did you know you have rights? Petro Cohen fights for workers just like you. Give them a call at 888-675-7607 or visit petrocohen.com to get the compensation that you deserve. I know you're probably asking yourself, why is Joey schooling us on these things? What experience does he have? Well, believe it or not, I actually worked on the beach as a cabana boy. That's what I used to call it. But it was owned by Billy's Beach Service, Bill Kelly for that matter. He owns all the stands, or at least a majority of them, going all the way up and down. They used to be, I guess, cami color, I think tan, maybe with my better color use, sheds. Now they're blue. And so for many, many years, that's what I did. I used to run up and down the beach to install them. And when you first took that job, you actually were taught how to do it properly. 16 inches down, the back and forth method. Well, let's be honest, it's been a while since I was 14 and learned how to do it. Things have changed, standards have changed. There are different rules online, some of them volunteer-wise, like they're not required, but there are things you should follow. That way, you don't get hit in the face with an umbrella. And yes, it does happen, unfortunately. And so in this off season, we did have a gentleman who was in Delaware Beach where an umbrella came out and to get him in the eye. He lost the sense of smell and taste, extremely upsetting. And there were cases where I was working and I saw umbrellas go flying. I did have my own little method though. Remember, when you're doing those umbrellas, we don't have like the aluminum poles that we do today. We used to have those hard wooden ones. And so I used to go up and down the beach and for free would go up to people and say, hey, would you like me to put that in there for you properly? That way, you don't have any issues. It was fun. I used to get tips for that. I don't get tips for that anymore. People just look at me and go, well, you're a strange guy walking up to me with an umbrella thing. That being said, I figured I got a new umbrella. This is a brand new umbrella from Walmart. And we're gonna put it in the sand to show you how to do it, what to do and what not to do. Once you have officially found your spot on the beach, mine is here, and I know I'm facing the wrong way, but I'd rather try not to film people behind me. You're gonna take out your umbrella. Now, newer umbrellas these days actually have on the bottom of it a corkscrew, which is a really neat invention, and it is something really awesome, but it's not always the answer to making sure your umbrella is safe. If I can actually get the umbrella out of the bag, that would have been very helpful. And as you can tell here, it's about 5 inches of a corkscrew. Once again, it does help, but A, the way you put in the sand matters, the position where it goes matters, and most importantly, the depth of this matters. Anytime you put any umbrella in the ground, whether it's one of these screwy ones or one of the pole ones, it needs to be 16 inches. 16 inches to give you a mindset. This is about 24, so we're gonna say about here. It's actually not as much as you think. And what the mindset here is that you need to get this umbrella in the sand so that if there was 75 pounds of force pulling up on the umbrella, it wouldn't move, which is why when actually you put something in the sand and you direction it, you try to push it a little bit just to make sure it's not gonna go anywhere. Traditionally, when you get one of these, you're gonna open them up and you start screwing and screwing and screwing and screwing. And you'll be here for a very long time. It is effective in getting down if you put pressure on. Actually, I don't like this one because you can't put pressure down as you turn it. But this is not the way it should be done. It shouldn't be done in circles. Instead, you want to move it back and forth and just keep going all the way down You could get to a point and then circle it as well, and just keep going all the way back and forth until once again you get to that 16-inch mark, which I marked it on here for us, and now I can't find it. That doesn't help me at all. Oh, right here. And you push down and you go back and forth. So let's do it together. It's actually funny, as I'm trying to do this safety video on umbrellas, this one actually broke as I was putting it in the sand. Like the top piece actually broke off. So maybe we don't buy the ones from Walmart. But yes, you want to keep going back and forth as it continues to go down into the sand. And once we get it to here, you're pretty much needing to figure out where exactly the wind's coming from, okay? The wind today is blowing from west to east, so we're gonna angle this into the wind, so that way, if the wind's pressing on, it's actually digging this deeper and deeper into the sand. So I already angled it for us. Taking out this umbrella, which I actually don't think it's gonna last the weekend, weirdly enough. So, boom. And this one has a tilter on here, so you could tilt it into the wind or you could tilt the umbrella in. Not all of them come like that, so. So we got our umbrella. For the sake of this video, I'm not gonna hit the tilt button, I'm just gonna push it towards it. And now we're under the umbrella. Now, like I mentioned before, it needs to be 75-pound pressure on here. So I always like to kind of pull up on it a little bit. Like right now I'm pulling up. You probably can't see because it's not really moving as much except for the wind. But if you could do that, you're pretty much fine. But I will tell you, funny enough, even though what I showed you is what we really do in the industry, 16 inches down, tilted into the wind, there are voluntary measures put in place that you can do. What they actually suggest is, you know, like those cabanas in which they fill up the sand on the edges and put them down? They sell them for umbrellas. And essentially, there's an anchor down here at the 16-inch mark, and it opens up with hooks here. You fill it with sand and you place it on top, which gives it a good maybe 20 to 30 pounds of sand, so that the wind, alongside with this method, makes sure and guarantees that your umbrella isn't going anywhere. And for some reason, that's rated up to 30 miles per hour. And if you're on the beach when the wind is 30 miles per hour, I really don't think you should be on the beach, just saying. All that's left now is just to sit back and enjoy your beach day with your umbrella, not having to worry that it is going to go flying away. Look, there are many different methods on how you can do this. This is just what I kind of suggest down here. There are other recommendations, like I mentioned before, the triangle. No one, unless you're coming out here every day, it's different. I do want to give you one little tip. If you're really having issues when it comes to putting your umbrella in the ground, if you're here in the Wildwoods, go up to one of the beach cabana, boys or girls. They'll be happy to do it for you. Tip them $1 or $2. Or you can go up to the lifeguards. I know they're busy doing other stuff, but it's also their responsibility not only for what's happening in the ocean, but also on land here to make sure that no one's in danger. And while flying umbrellas, definitely something that could be an issue if it does go in the sky, and could go in the water or go in a lifeguard, could hit anyone. So there's a lot of people out here who would be happy to help you. If you do plan to maybe walk away from your umbrella, go into the water for a bit, maybe go for a walk, I suggest bringing down the umbrella. That way, that chance can't happen when you're gone. It's always good to have someone near the umbrella to make sure that, you know, it's not going to fly even if you follow all the steps, because you never know, sometimes it's a downdrift which causes it to kind of go crazy. That being said, I think it's time for me to sit down and actually enjoy the beach. I feel like I never really get to do this. I'm always out filming. My wife makes fun of me. You're always filming things. You're never I'm enjoying the beach right now. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I wish you guys were here. So if you haven't booked your vacation yet, do make sure you do that. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. As always, I'll see you on the beach. Usually I walk away, but I'm already here. So see you later. Bye.
Always a winner and always a prize. That's right, guys. Who's up? Who's next? Who's ready? We've got a winner every game. We've got a prize every single time. Always a winner and always a prize. That's right, guys. Who's up? Who's next? Who's ready to play? Who's going to be our next?